Man, welcome back to the MikiDZ Podcast, episode 64. Nintendo 64.
Yep.
64.
Paula's.
Look, do
64.
I need a... No, I won't even address that. It was a good time. I hope everybody enjoyed another pod. That's a whole other pod. But speaking of Nintendo 64, do you guys lock in your PS5s?
Man, I wanted to, but then I was like, nah, trying to be financially responsible. You know. Yeah. But eventually I'm going to get one.
November 12th.
I feel like financially responsible was to get one. Because they're flipping for $1,200 to $1,500.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
They're reselling. We might start buying PlayStation.
But I mean, it's just pre-order. You still got to wait till November to get it, right?
Yeah. But I think you're first in line and people are flipping the confirmation.
So even if you try to get them if you just try to buy it straight out on November 12th, you're going to have to wait some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah. So when they're available.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were flipping like that.
Yeah.
Definitely would have tried a little harder.
Everything's a flip right now, man.
Everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Pandemic. And that PS5 could come in clutch if you're not going out.
Yeah. Nobody going out.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyhow, welcome back.
Yeah, man.
Danger, you had some notes.
Shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
You hit the drops, man?
I did.
Okay.
I hit the drop.
They're all there.
But, you know, it's something, a DJ put something on my desk, metaphorically speaking. He said, check this out. I checked it out. I scrolled and we'll leave names out, all names out. But I don't know what's more disturbing. I'm going to get to it. I don't know what's more disturbing. The fact that this DJ was, his blend sounded like shoes in a dryer, or the 60 comments below it that had a bunch of fire emojis. And again, jump into it. Y'all got to stop gassing each other up for the worst reasons. Like, let me ask you this before you go on.
Yeah. The person that sent it to you, did they send it thinking that it was fire or thinking like it was?
No. He knew, like, yo, check this out.
Got you. Okay.
He's an honest man.
Got you.
Yeah.
Continue.
He's a man of morals.
And it's like, I don't understand what do you get out of throwing a bunch of fire emojis and complimenting something that's off as fuck. Now, from a creative standpoint, if he wants to do these 2 tracks, whatever 2 tracks he wants to do, no one should say anything. That's where you see that's where you see the creative, just what works for you and what you think works and whatever. Cool. But when shit's not blended and it's off and nothing's on the 1 or 2 or 3 or even 4, and it's like everything in between those numbers, it's like, someone needs to tell you something.
They don't add up.
No, it ain't adding up right. The math ain't right.
Math ain't there.
So I think I'm personally more discouraged and disappointed in the DJs that were putting all those fire emojis. Then I hit up Mickey and I was like, in our group conversation yesterday, I said, why would anyone do this and put all these fire emojis? And I'm thinking, well, he's got to sell something, or he's got to own something. He's got to be someone's son. Like, you don't just do that for anybody. Typically, there are no comments on you. If you butcher it that bad, no one's saying shit to you. Like, I'm just gonna keep scrolling. But I think this guy has something people want. Yo, that when you did that one blend, bro, you had me. You fucked me up with that one.
Or you could look at it like this. Maybe the DJs that were commenting, maybe they felt like what that DJ did was better than they could ever do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They probably were like, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Or I don't have that creativity to do that.
Yeah.
Or even if the execution wasn't properly done right, they were like, why didn't I
like
think
the
of that?
idea was there.
The idea
I'll
was
give
there.
him there.
Yeah.
And again, creatively,
absolutely.
doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah.
He felt the idea was there. Cool. I'm with you on that.
Wait,
but
since we're all shooting our open shots, if Sean posted those videos, would we be impressed as a new DJ?
Because for those that don't know, Sean, this a little DJ.
I mean, no, granted.
But would we be impressed with the progress?
But I wouldn't even post that.
But that's
possibly. But I wouldn't put fire emojis under his thing.
No, if it was Sean, I would hit him up on the side. I wouldn't leave it under his
let
comment.
that nigga post that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, but let's say he does. I would hit him on the side and be like, yo, man, like, this ain't it. Like, you my guy. I would let him know how close we are, first off. And then I would say, but this ain't it.
But
like,
based on your interaction before we started this podcast.
But understanding where he is in his, DJ realm, career, whatever you want to call it,
right?
In his skill wise, wherever he is with his DJ skills, that would be a nice little step up. You know what I mean? Yes, it's not to our standards, right?
No, it's not to anybody's standards.
But we always talk about, but this is what I'm saying. This is because this is going to be a contradiction of ourselves, right? Because we always say, put out whatever it is. We understand it's not going to be the cleanest. We understand that it's not going to be the most polished. You know, we constantly talk about how we won't post some shit because it's not the best. It's not a craze. It's not an 8-track. It's not, you know what I mean, X, Y, and Z. This is who we are right now in this moment, and it's a progress, right? So, again, like you said earlier, you're not mad at that DJ for posting it. You're more upset about the DJs underneath it that were commenting with all these fire emojis.
That's who we're mad at.
And you're like...
I'm more mad at those guys than
you're mad at the DJs. But again, we can go back and be like, they probably can't do that. Yeah. But we did see some credible DJs in those comments.
In likes, at least.
And some likes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they were in the comments too. They
but again, that could just be, that could be them being supportive. That could be like, yo, we see that you're working.
It's not to be supported.
We can see that you're working. Again, this is the question that I asked in the chat. How do you say something to that person without coming off as a hater?
First of all, let me double down and saying, if let's say you're working on a chirp scratch, right?
Okay.
And you're like, I want to get over this fear because I understand getting over the fear of doing stuff in front of people. I'm working on this chirp scratch. I'm gonna just put it out, and it may sound like crap, but you know, I think like cool. But if you're putting something up like this and it is completely butchered, and then you act like I just own that shit, like I just bodied this and it was the best sounding thing in the world. I understand with the confidence and all that. Yeah. But someone like you need to listen to what you're doing, because 10 times out of 10, if you do that in a club, someone's gonna say, "Yo, don't ever do that again."
Ever. You're fired.
Even the people that pop bottles, like, "Yo, what the fuck was that?"
I'm gonna say 8 out of 10.
Shit, 9 out of 10.
No, you're right. Because in Hollywood, I've heard shit just like that, and they're just like, "Yo,
all the time,
gas." But okay, so to answer your question, yeah. So you asked that yesterday. How do you say this to someone? And I said, well, let's do this. Again, without saying names, I wanted to DM this dude.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I don't even know if he knows me, but I wanted to DM him. But I kind of didn't know how, because I know I'm gonna come off like a hater no matter how much I say, yo, with all due respect, I'm just here to help. Because again, we talk shit about the OGs, the guys that came before us, and the guys at our level. They talk shit to all the up and comers and the guys that sound like shit right now. But all they do is talk. They don't want to help. They don't want to lend a helping hand.
Guidance.
They don't offer any guidance. They just want to talk shit. So,
and we don't want to follow.
We don't want to sound hypocritical.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna pull up this dude's DM.
I don't think you should pull up the DM. Put it in your notes first. Okay. Make a draft. And then copy and paste it.
I'll put it in our notes.
Yeah, because what if you accidentally hit send?
Yeah, because that would be all bad.
Okay, so
you're joking around and you're like, you fucking suck. Oh wait, delete, enter. Ooh.
No, I wouldn't.
Again, I think this is going to be hard. Pause.
Unsend.
This is going to be tough because I don't think there's any way to say it without coming across, especially because this DJ doesn't know you. I'm going to assume this DJ doesn't know who you are.
He doesn't follow you.
No. So, yo, what's good? At the risk.
So he doesn't respect you.
I don't even know you, bro. At the
risk of sounding like an asshole.
Uh-huh.
Usually when you say that, you're about to sound like an asshole.
No matter how you can cut this however you want.
With all due respect.
You can cut this pie however you want.
It's still going to taste
with all due respect.
It's going to taste like pizza.
No respect.
At the risk of sounding like an asshole, I saw your video. Okay, I saw your videos.
Yeah, pour up. There was multiple videos.
Yeah, I saw your videos. In a few of them, especially this one.
Come on, man. Let's be honest.
Enough to blow.
All of them.
No. They're like, I understood.
One.
I understood. No, there was 2 that were off, and then I think the tone play was off on a few of them. All right, at the risk of sounding like an asshole, I saw your video, and a few of them, especially the first.
Especially the first.
Were what do I say? Were offbeat.
Horrendous.
Yeah, I think you should be as detailed as possible. You know what I mean? And not just leave it out as bland. You know what I mean? Like just up for any type of interpretation. be as detailed as possible. So the first video, your issue with that one was
offbeat.
The loop wasn't looping correctly.
Wasn't looping.
Were complete.
I thought it was juggling though.
No, it was a loop.
It was a loop.
Oh, okay.
Stay out of the show.
Especially the first.
It sounded so bad. I didn't know what was going on.
To do. I understand what the math was on that loop and what he was going for. It just didn't execute.
It did, yeah. And I get it. Just because this word matches with this word in this song doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna fit together, no matter how you flip it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, this is not gonna work.
The argument is, and we could bleep this out, right? But like the argument is a song that's 70 BPM and typically 65 to 70, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can sometimes be blended with a record. I mean, no, it can be blended with a record that's 130 and whatever, right? And so constantly we see remixes, that's the double time. But then constantly we see the triplet remix from people making house records remixes from records that are at 100 BPM. Mm-hmm. So they're able to do that whatever that warp is from the 90, 100 to the 130s in like a triplet
I see what you're
layout,
saying.
right?
Yeah.
So then mathematically, him going from the 70 to 105, that's where he was trying to get to, but it just,
Again, we knew what he was trying to accomplish, just wasn't executed properly.
All right.
Right. And there's a difference between posting something that's executed properly.
Exactly. So
than trying, because even if there's that very fine line of sounding really bad and sounding amazing, like you're walking that fine line, so you got to understand what side of the line you're on.
Exactly. So with that being said, I think you should start it off by complimenting him, being like, "Yo, I think your creativity is dope, and
I think your outfit's nice."
You stupid. I think your creativity and your ideas are dope. Like I can see where you were trying to go with it.
I like what time you posted this.
Whatever nice thing you can say, and then follow it up with the but.
I just want to say I thought your creativity and ideas were what?
No. You got to be genuine. What you got?
What were you going to say?
Wait, what do you got so far?
I was going to say, I see what you were trying to do.
Okay, let's see what you got so far.
There you go, right there. That's perfect. I see
what
you were trying to do.
I see what you're trying to do.
I see what you were trying to do in...
And let's humanize this so we don't lose our not DJ crowd right out the gate.
Well, look, man, we're doing this live because because I'm sure a lot of you have been in this situation where you don't know how to tell someone something, especially someone you don't know. So maybe you guys will learn something here.
You lead by example, man.
Yo, what's good? I see what you were trying to do in that video.
You should introduce yourself, though.
Yo, you ever try to tell this is like trying to tell a girl, and let's just say society says she's a pretty girl, right? Everybody has their opinion. Yeah. And then like her underwear tag is hanging out. And then you're about to miss your underwear tags, right? You might say something like that, trying to be polite. And they go, before you can even say anything, they go, back the fuck up. And you're like, well, then go fuck yourself and look stupid. So this is us.
Listen. I got an even better example for you, right?
Please.
I've asked my sister this, right? Because I'm like, listen. So I got a question for you. You know, me and my sister, we very open about, about everything that goes on in our lives or whatever. And this was before my fiance and I were together. I said, how do you, it's just an actual real, like, this is probably going to be a left field question. But I said, I'm just curious. How do you ask a woman, or how do you tell a woman that you are hooking up with or you're about to hook up with that her vagina stinks? Without her, like, just flipping her, like, lid. Like, I was like, there is no way you could tell a chick and
tuck the blanket.
Right? Like, there's no way you can tell a chick.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
tuck the blanket tighter.
My brother-in-law was like, he was like, you know what you do? You stick your finger down there and then you put it in her nose and goes, does that smell right? I said, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Come on.
Yo, like, you ain't shit. Right? But, and you know, and she was just like, she had to think about it. Now, if just to give a brief background about my sister, she does this woman empowerment group.
Right.
She's like, I call her the guru, et cetera, et cetera. She had to stop and think for a second. And she was I'm just saying, like, how would you
want to hear that?
How would you want to receive that? You know what I'm saying? And knowing that it was coming from a place of endearment and like, yo, I care about you, and like it don't.
Yeah, I want to come back for later.
If a girl went down on me and my shit wasn't smelling right, would you listen?
Last time that happened,
I got baby wipes in the bathroom. I got you. What?
Last time that happened, I smashed and got the fuck out.
You're rude.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Like that smell just overpowers you, and you just
when's
like.
the last time you got tested, Joe?
You couldn't even.
In a minute.
Joe, you could have hit her with the tippy toes at the sink real quick. Give it a quick little scrub with the hand with the Myers.
We say all that because there's situations in life.
I'm trying to give constructive criticism to this DJ.
You ever had to clean your jug with the hand soap?
Nah, you gotta use the whole bar.
Oh man, that shit. Man. Listen. Oh yeah.
Threw away the scrubber, the loofah. Threw the loofah.
Don't disrespect the hand towel. Wash yourself with that shit and put it back like you didn't use it.
Wow.
Yo, what's good? I saw your video and I just wanted to give constructive criticism without sounding like an asshole. The blend you did on that video is way off. I see what you were trying to do, but it just didn't work. But
I'm glad this is coming from
you
your
personal.
That wasn't it.
Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. But then see, well, you gotta see. This is gonna take a minute, and this is why you can't really say it over text.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be
voice message.
Yeah, you might want to hit them with a voice message
and then voice message.
Joe is the king of the voice memo.
Yeah,
you might want to run that.
We've had a podcast.
This is the time you got a voice memo.
Yeah, I think voice memo will tell him that. Then give him constructive criticism. Like tell him what he could do, how he can fix it.
Yeah, do something else.
How about this?
Choose a different song.
I'm trying to I listen to, we all listen to, not we all listen to, but there's Democrats saying what they want to say, and we typically listen to who we connect with, right? No matter what side of the party you're on. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to listen to what the Republicans are trying to say without having an emotional reaction, just so I can understand where they're coming from.
Absolutely.
So with all that being said, I should ask them, can you help me? Can you be clear? Can you help me understand what you were trying to do? Because I think I know what you were trying to do. But because I don't know what you're trying to do, it sounds off. It didn't match up. The beat just didn't match up.
It took you 20 minutes to mature.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like that. I like that approach. I like that.
That's better.
Okay, so yo, what's good? Help me. No. Help me help you.
Help you.
I saw your video and I just wanted to give constructive criticism without sounding like an asshole. The blend on the first video is way off. Maybe I'm missing something. So can you help me understand
what it is that you were trying to accomplish?
Feels a little passive aggressive, no?
Again, there's no way you can say it.
Hold on.
Without coming on.
Again, I just want to help.
Hold on. I've ghostwritten a couple relationships not falling apart. So let me try at this.
This is different from a relationship.
I mean,
he got no real attachment to this person.
That's true.
Because I saw something was off.
You heard something was off.
Okay. Yo, what's good? I saw your video and I just wanted to give constructive criticism without sounding like an asshole. The blend on the first video is way off. Maybe I'm missing something. So can you please help me understand what you were trying to do? Again, I just want to help because I saw something was off.
Okay. Sneak in. First and foremost, I understand the amount of confidence it takes to just post a video and have DJs critique them. So please, so take a second and look at it from as a DJ looking from the outside in. I'm just curious to see if I heard something different.
First and foremost, I understand the amount of confidence it takes to post a video and have DJs critique them. And what'd you say?
I think from there,
that's fine.
Yeah.
That
just helps.
I saw your video and I just wanted to give you constructive criticism without sounding like an asshole. The blend on the first video is way off. Maybe I'm missing something. So can you please help me understand what you were trying to do? again, I just want to help because I saw something was off.
I think that's a safe response.
Yeah, and don't tune into our podcast next week.
Okay, let me get to this guy.
Oh, he's tuning in.
I hope he responds while we're recording this weekend.
Oh, you sent it. For real.
You sent?
No, I'm about to send it.
Oh,
we good?
How we feel?
We good?
I don't
Confident
feel
with that?
great about it, but
Yeah, I don't feel great about it. I think we need to revisit it.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna say fuck you.
Regardless, he's gonna say fuck you.
Yeah.
wait,
But I think that's a good start, a good draft.
is this in our?
I think we need to.
Yeah.
Possibly need to maybe go back and polish it up a little bit more before you send it. Because again, we don't know this cat.
Wait,
we don't know who knows him.
Let me touch it up a little.
All right.
I'll make a suggestion. I'll copy and paste.
Next topic. So clubs are opening up again.
Not in Los Angeles, they're
Not
not.
in Los Angeles. But you know, I see Texas don't give a fuck. They're out partying.
I heard
Florida don't give a shit.
I heard restaurants just went 75%.
Yeah. So it's opening
Texas?
back up.
Huh?
That's in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But Atlanta's wide open.
Atlanta's wide open.
They've been open.
So I wanted to know, I want to get your guys' thoughts on when these clubs open up. Again, it's a hard reset, and I want to know what you guys want walking into these bookings. I think a lot of DJs were just taking bookings just to take them, which is fine, but they were in shitty situations. The booth something was wrong with the booth. Rider wasn't fulfilled. They want to be picked up and never got picked up. The dinner wasn't taken care of. And, you know, we may come off a little spoiled, but there's levels to where you are. If you're not getting taken care of properly, you're probably not at the level you really want to be. But regardless, I think these owners can do a better job of taking care of their DJs. And I'll kick it off first. And I'll start by saying shout out to those DJs who have taken over the bookings of these clubs, and that are doing the most to make these traveling DJs feel comfortable. They pick them up from the airport. They take them out to dinner. I don't know if they're paying for it or if the club is, but I know a lot of these DJs are fighting to get respect put on these traveling DJs' names. I know some of them say, just give me a budget for food. And you know, whatever his rate would be. And then I'll pick them up from the airport. I'll take care of that. So shout out to those guys, because those are the guys that are really helping connect the dots. Because a lot of owners, man, believe it or not, they just, book them. Cool. Whatever. Okay. Tell them to show up. And that's it. Like, they got other shit to do. Yeah. So, Rell, what would you want, or what have you seen in the past that you think can be improved?
I mean, right now, if we're specifically talking about the situation that we're in now, I think it's going to be hard because you got to understand that, you know, we constantly talk about it. The budget is not going to be there, and not just what your pay is, but what that hospitality is going to look like. You know what I'm saying? As far as comping dinners, you know what I mean, taking care of travel and room and all that stuff. So you might have to work with them a little bit as on across the board on everything. So you just, I think realistically, just the attitude of like, yo, we really want you here. Like, just showing that, you know, just physically showing like, yo, we really want you here. Obviously, equipment being what I need to properly execute my job and you know, do the best job that I possibly can. Obviously, that should be a no-brainer. You know what I mean? That's going to be there. And then just making sure that I'm good, taken care of, like during my set. You know, we could work out all the logistics with rooms and stuff like that, because again, we're getting back. We're, like you said, we're on ground zero. You know, this is a fresh start, reset thing. So we have to be realistic about what that's going to be. They could be like, listen, we want to book you, but we can't afford to fly you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you could work out a situation, which most of the time when we're talking about you usually do. So it's like, okay, cool, I'm going to be in this city. I can hit a couple of spots in this city, whatever. I know certain spots, certain bookers will have a deal with you, like, yo, we want an exclusive deal with you where it's like you only do this spot.
Yeah.
But they roll out the red carpet for you. If they can't roll out that red carpet for you, then you go, cool, you know, I'll work with you, but let me do these spots. You know what I mean? Let me hit these spots in, you know, the same city or city next to you and stuff like that. So I think it's just about them willing to work with us on both sides both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Just showing that they want us there. Now they want to continue to book you, and obviously some sort of, I guess in layman's terms, promise that once they get back on their feet and everything is back into whatever the new norm is, then we can talk about the red carpet rolled out, and you know what I mean, and up in the pay and the hospitality looking like it used to look like when they were booking you before.
Yeah, and especially if you're a club owner and you know that this guy's rate is, let's call it $1,500, and he's coming in for $650. You know you're getting a deal. You're aware of what's going on, and he's probably just taking this because he's in town or he's on his way to a different city that's near you. Making someone feel special about where they are goes a long way. A long way. And we can get into Tao Group, Big Night Entertainment, where they got you got your own waitress, you got security guards on each side of the booth to make sure no one messes with you. They pick you up, they drop you off, they have someone walk to your hotel room to walk you to the club. There's security that walks, like, it's over the top with those guys in the best way, and it really makes you feel welcome. But on a smaller scale, you can still continue to reach out to the DJ. You good? You need anything?
Exactly.
Anything you need, I'll do my best to make it work for you. Hey, we're all meeting here for dinner. If you want to grab an early bite, meet up with us. We got you. Or I can get you a discount at this place. Or just check in. Like, do you need anything more than what you got? And I get it with some of those smaller spots and bars. You're not equipped, so to speak, to give a DJ what he just got at Tao or Big Night. But you can be extremely generous. You can show that there's other ways to show that you can care.
You can still have those.
Because you know what's going to happen? They're going to ask me, how was it? And I'm going to say, yo, man, they took care of me. Like, it was like, yeah, the club was good, the bar, whatever, it was fine. But the way they took care of me, I'll never forget that feeling.
Exactly.
Especially if I'm getting half my rate, I want to at least feel good about where I am. Make me feel special. And, obviously not just me, but every DJ should feel like that. You should be taken care of everywhere you go because you're a talent.
Yeah, and you're providing a service. I think, like you said, those little nuances mean a lot, even with the small bars and the lounges and stuff like that. Just having someone continuously checking on you. Yo, you good? You need anything? Just let us know. Like, obviously, they can't offer some of the bigger things that, some of these big things like the Taos and the Big Nights can offer. But like you said, the small things, those things go a long way. Like you said, listen, the pay wasn't amazing, but the hospitality was great. And I'll gladly go back. You know what I mean? Because it was dope. I had fun. They took care of me. I have no problem going back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I think the way things are going, the hospitality is offering you a job. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, ultimately, like, not everybody has the availability. They don't have the position. They could probably, some of them might even feel that they wouldn't even approach you because they think that the energy you might put off is like, no, this is my rate. This is what I'm worth. This is what it is. Versus even giving you the opportunity to work at their venue with limited, resources.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And with the small bars, like, look, if you make it through this, God bless you.
Yeah.
Like, it is tough.
Yeah.
And we got to the point where, sure, PPP came in, SBA loans came in, they've been able to assist people, but yo, that's 3 months ago now.
Yeah.
That quarter of you spending your money, that quarter of you taking out those loans that you'll start paying in 9 months, well, something needs to start happening in these next couple months.
Yeah.
Specifically for California, there's X amount of back pay that should be due through the EDD program, the unemployment program.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't kicked in. So things are drying up.
Yeah.
What and where are the opportunities just comes down to, do you feel like you can work with these people?
Yeah.
And I say that in a respectful manner where it's just like, you're going to scratch their back, they're going to scratch yours. Can you put together an agreement? I don't think there's even any promises of what the future holds, right? Because you don't even know what it looks like. And there's so many things in the air. So I think ultimately, like, I think everybody will do the best to their ability based on the relationship, but I wouldn't go in with any sort of high expectations or anything close to what would be considered a demand.
You're gonna have a certain understanding. Look, depending on the situation you walk into, you know what I mean, who you're dealing with. You're gonna have an understanding of where they're at. If they're being completely transparent with you about what they're experiencing, what they have been experiencing through this whole thing, and vice versa. You know what I mean? You being like, listen, I'm doing this because I want to get out there and I want to, start getting the train moving and shit like that. So I agree with you 100%. I just think it's just about being transparent on both ends.
Major clubs are turning into sports bars.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Look, this is how the conversation is gonna go. They're gonna say we want to book you. You're gonna say I want 1,000. They're gonna say yeah, sure, we can only get you 500. Then you say that's cool. Just look out for me. Just take care of me.
I don't even think
you make of that whatever it is. Just make sure I'm good.
I don't even think
that's not asking for a lot.
But I wouldn't even say that.
I don't even think spots are going to even ask you what your rate is.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I don't even think spots are going to ask you what your rate is. They're going to be listen. This is what our budget.
Yeah.
But I say that because a number of times I've had bookers have that same conversation, and they tell me, "We'll take care of you. Because we can't meet this, we'll go extra and over the top to make sure you're good." And obviously, I don't demand alcohol, so you save money there, and I don't really need a waitress. Give me a bottle of water and I'm straight. But they make sure we got to make it up somewhere.
Yeah.
I think the professionals know we got to make it up somewhere for this DJ, and God bless those guys.
Yeah, I think with anything, and I know I bring this store up as an example, but whenever we gifted something to someone, we never say oh, can you post us? Can you do this? Can you do that? And in the DJ world, I understand, and I think we all understand how sensitive everything is right now, especially in the nightlife community. And I think, you don't even have to say that, because you showing up and taking their budget amount is the you reaching to their, what they have to do. Mm-hmm. And I think people should remember that. And one of the biggest things that, I take into account into my life is the best business deals that I've ever done are the ones I could walk away from. The moment, the money, the leverage that people can have on you is the moment that deal's not good for you, because it's going to control how you decide.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so the moment you're able to walk away from something knowing that I don't really need this, but I will do it.
Yeah.
You show that to people, those are the way some of the best business relationships are built.
I think that's going to be tough for a lot of DJs though.
It is.
It's going to be
not everybody's in the same boat.
I think a lot of DJs who you would assume could do something like that and walk away, they're going to be like, I can't walk away from this. You know what I'm saying? No. Even if they are, cutting their rate in half.
But that's I don't say that just on the DJ perspective. I'm talking also from the venue, right? Mm. Because if a venue feels like, oh, let's just say for the example, you're $1,000, right? Mm-hmm. And then the venue's like, yo, our budget's $500. And then you're like, all right, I'll do $750. They're probably gonna be firm on, well, it's $500, or unfortunately, we cannot accommodate you. And at that point, that's where that is, right? It could be on both ends of that. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously, we're still, I would say, a couple steps away, because transparently, we don't even have malls open. My most successful location is still shut down.
Yeah.
So, we'll see when we get to open back.
Man, it's going to be to the end of the year.
Easily. Yeah, I don't think the ball's in the DJ's court as of yet, but you can always fight for a comfortable situation, and that should never be an issue.
I got you the text.
What you got? Oh, you know what I was thinking? We should send this from the MikiDZ account, because we're doing this collectively.
Okay.
So Rell, can you copy
just draft it and shoot it over to me.
Here you go.
And I'll end it with it? Bitch.
Yeah, read it so our
don't add bitch. Please don't add bitch. All right, here you go. Using Joseph's first draft and then adjusting a little bit.
His template.
Yeah, his template. I use this template. Plug and play. His plugins. Here we go. Yo, what's good? First and foremost, I understand the amount of confidence it takes to post a video and have DJs critique them. So I apologize if this comes off the wrong way, especially through text and from someone who doesn't even know you. With that said, I saw your videos and I just wanted to give you constructive criticism without sounding like an asshole. The blend on the first video sounded out of sync, as well as the other videos. I just didn't feel smooth to the best of their ability. I say this with good intent to only push the next generation versus publicly commenting something negative when others who might not be as experienced as myself or my peers comment only positive reactions, but that doesn't always help you level up.
The only thing I say, I don't know if he's a part of the next generation, but I think he gets it.
Damn, so you're discrediting him from being the next up?
Well, I don't know what he is, to be honest.
Like, he could be 15 years in the game right now.
He could be, yeah. And
well, all right, you can take
that
out.
No, I'll leave it. I mean, it's whatever. I think the point
15 years in the game, and he hasn't.
All right, so Rell,
we won't go there.
Yeah.
Do it. Can you do it now? So just in case he replies during, we can give a live reaction. All right. Moving on.
Our DMs aren't in the algorithm.
Did you send it to me?
It's in the notes. No, it's at the bottom. Okay. Under
he sends yours.
Edit.
Bro.
After all the discussions we had. Hey, you ain't shit. Your shit sucks. Fuck you.
Oh my God, I didn't put that. That came from Sean. I didn't put that. What? I'm just kidding. Just throw Sean under the bus.
Just throw Sean under the bus. Yo, our social media manager.
Bro.
All right, so moving on. How do we feel about Kanye and posting his contract?
Oh my
on Twitter.
God. God bless him.
Look, I mean, I don't outside of I'm always for the people trying to own their own shit. So I get it, and we need more of this from him. We need more of this from creators, and I'm all for it. I don't think he's crazy. I mean, it's unorthodox what he's doing, but I don't think this is like the shit that he was spewing at the rally.
It's very Gemini.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Aren't you a Gemini, Mickey?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Kanye's a Gemini. This is an ongoing joke.
Never ending.
We'll never let it go.
Anyone else have anything to add? Like,
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm glad he did that. You know, he showed. You know, he showed it from the artist's perspective of what a lot of these artists are going through and what they may be experiencing. Because, you know, we hear it all the time, being, you know, the listener, being the fans and stuff like that, that a lot of these artists, a lot of these producers, writers, et cetera, get treated like shit from the labels and blah, blah, blah. But we think we only see the outside of everything. We see the cribs, we see the cars, we see all that shit. We're like, y'all must be doing good.
And a lot of people will say, I'd be good with just that.
Yeah, I'll be fine with just that. You know what I'm saying? Cool. You know what I mean? But they don't understand what's going on behind the scenes, or how much they could possibly be making and what they can really be doing, and how much of a cage they're stuck into.
Yeah. I think a lot of people discredit Kanye because of his quote unquote antics. But I think also similar to even when he was doing his whole little presidential rallies and different things like that, people obviously know where the clicks are going to be, right? It's when he goes nuts, he says something crazy, and it says something that might not add up to the views of society. And then, but the cameras are off, or they won't share the clips of when he has some sense behind him. And so I've always thought, and not like I know Kanye, but have you ever felt stressed? Yeah. Have you ever felt like shit's going out of your hands, like things are out of your control?
Like you're up 3-1 and you're about to lose.
Yeah, we'll bring that up in a second. But it's just frustrating, right? And no matter what you do, things are going wrong, right? Yeah. But we get to go home, be with our significant others, and, you know, start over and try again tomorrow. And, you know, we're dealing with X amount of people around us. Yeah. Then there's Kanye West and his life. That's on camera every other second, who is a billionaire, right? From his enterprise streetwear company or footwear company and everything else. And then there's side projects, trying to build a community or a church. And then there's this and there's that. I cannot imagine the type of pressure he must go through upon himself, trying to just, I know what I'm responsible of, and it stresses me out sometimes. I can't even imagine what he goes through, and I wouldn't blame him for fucking just wanting to be honest and talk to the world, because he probably can't talk to everybody and have them understand him.
Yeah, it's a crazy thought, to your point, to just look like he has everything, yet he still feels like a prisoner.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, all that money, and that's what we all want. We all want the most money in the world, and yet he still feels like he's a prisoner. So, yeah, I just hope he stays focused on this. I hope he doesn't lose focus and then go do something else or
because we've
whatever.
heard him.
Because he's all over the place, but we need him to be focused on this.
Because we've heard I'm going to move to Chicago. I'm going to make Chicago better, and then he goes and buys half of Wyoming.
Yeah. But again, how do we not know that he isn't doing everything that he says in Chicago just because he's not?
Yeah, nobody's fact checking. You're right. Well, it's because Lupe and some other people are calling him out for it. But.
Again, how did them niggas know? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know.
Hey man, only God can judge you.
So are we surprised by Cardi B and Offset's?
Come on, man. No, let's be honest. Come on, man.
I gotta sit this one out, but yeah, go
ahead.
It's a bug going around or something. Shit. Man.
Well, when I saw this, I immediately tweeted if y'all put goals, if y'all set goals when these two first got married, then within those goals you plan on getting a divorce, then you're on par.
Listen, if you go back to my tweets, I think this was back in March. When this whole pandemic started, I tweeted, ladies, women, y'all should be the number one people panicking right now because imagine what your guy is going to be doing with all this free time.
Yeah.
And I left it at that.
Or not doing it, just going stir crazy.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. Imagine what he's going to be doing with all this free time. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of studio sessions.
You guys, the women out there or whoever, you guys, y'all know y'all significant other. So you're kind of like, what is this motherfucker gonna be doing with all this spare time?
Who's Richard?
No one should just be surprised by this. Like, I understand there's fans. No one should be surprised by any
I don't think
that
nobody should be surprised. I think every celebrity relationship is a business transaction. You know what I mean? Like, I look at it like that. You know what I mean?
To some degree.
I think everybody has their NDAs signed behind. Like, listen, we do our little thing on the side or whatever, and this is for the public. This is a business transaction. We're gonna build this empire. I'm like, come on, man. Everybody cheated. Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry. What are we talking about right now? Like, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Like, we can go on and on about this.
It's never enough for you pigs.
Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. Like, like, that's what I'm saying is always going to be Brad and Angela had their issues. You know what I'm saying? Everyone had their fucking issues. Like,
why is Jada getting empowered and Offset's getting put down?
It wasn't an
entanglement. I saw that somewhere.
Because
just repeating.
I think because there with Jada and Smith and Will's thing, there was an understanding.
Yeah, they
was an understanding. They had like there's been rumors for years about them having an open marriage. Yeah, and them being swingers and.
But also, how many kids does Offset have before Cardi? It's like a good amount, right?
What'd you say?
He's got like a starting 5.
3, I think.
Oh yeah, he definitely got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Look, man, when they got together, it was, to your point, it was a great business move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great business move.
Of course. I see it as that. I'm like, okay.
They both benefited from that.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe she just wanted to serve up the WAP.
Yeah, who's the next rapper in line?
You think it's going to be a rapper?
Cardi?
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a rapper?
It has to be a rapper. Who's dealing with that?
Yeah, not an athlete.
Did you expect Wiz to get with Amber Rose after? It has to be someone outside their clique or circle.
I saw that.
I think it's going to be a move that someone like Nicki made or like Wiz made. It's going to be someone that's not necessarily high in the industry. Maybe be known by a few people here and there. Maybe like a model or some shit like that.
Power move.
It's got to be a power move.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you're gonna be with somebody to be with them, that's the move to go. You know what I'm saying? Go with someone that's not out of the limelight because then you just
if you want to be with the scrub.
I'm not saying be with a scrub.
If you want to be with the scrub or someone lesser than you, then do that shit under the radar. Don't tell anybody. But if you got like an Elon Musk, like let the world know. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not. But you're saying, are we just talking about who's her next business transaction going to be with? We're gonna call it.
Sure.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're gonna call it that. We can't.
She's more the relationship type.
We can't call it
relationship. Who would be the best decision?
I don't even know, bro.
Well, I mean, there's only
maybe a ball player.
Nah, I can't see a ball player. I can't see a ball player dealing with her type of personality.
Why not?
It has to be a rapper.
It's strong.
It's strong. It's strong.
Definitely a rapper.
Someone like a Dave East would have to be fucking with her. Yeah.
Not famous enough.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he could pop if he dates Cardi.
Yeah.
He would.
And it would make sense. They both from New York. You know what I'm saying? He's on the rise. He signed to Nas's label.
Well, I think he is. He does claim Crip and she does claim Blood. So this could be
something about Roddy Ricch.
Man. Like, but this is what I'm saying.
Roddy Ricch.
Nah, he's too young.
Oh, he's a Crip.
He's too young.
He's also
he's too young. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but we can go down the list about how many artists.
Not.
She can fuck with an OG like Nas. Shit, she can end up with Meek.
Yeah. Woo.
What a huge final F you to Nicki.
Man, would that be a move?
Well, I think
you heard it first.
Meek is probably cool with Migos.
Let me get mine.
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, that don't mean that he can't sit down with Offset like, yo, we going blah, blah, blah.
Well, they do have a kid together.
You got my blessing.
Yeah.
So does Amber and Wiz. But Wiz is out here fucking and slinging and shit.
No,
Ray
they beef for
Ray
a second. Him and Ye beef for a hot second.
Why not Ray J?
But I think that
Ray J is getting divorced as well.
Come on.
Damn.
Come on, man. That's
Like
Ray J got a lot. Ray J's killing it.
the Cardi and Ray J?
Show? Yeah, why not?
That's chaotic, though. That's a TV show, bro.
Everything's going to be chaotic with her.
I don't know. I think you need someone that's a little bit more calm-tempered to deal with that type of personality. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to having someone like a Ray J who's similar personality-wise to a Cardi, kind of out there in your face.
That's going to be a quick hump and bump.
Ray J's not getting married again. Ray J's not getting married.
As much as I'd hate to leave this pressing topic that we're so
invested in.
Right.
How about that basketball? Huh?
Yeah.
NCAA playoffs.
Man.
Look, man.
How are we feeling?
We've never seen anything like this. And I was just telling someone.
Yes, we have.
No, we haven't.
The last this? Time. What are you saying? Them choking?
Let me break it down. No. I was telling someone, because everyone that knows me knows I'm more of a Clipper fan than a Lakers fan. And I was telling them, I'm so glad I'm not emotionally invested in the Clippers as I used to be, because this would just, and I think I have a little bit of a connection to having like a mental breakdown, because I once played baseball and I hit that wall and I didn't know what to do. And I panicked and all that. And what the looks on their faces and what I felt through the TV screen was like, yeah, I know what they're going through. Even before Game 7 started, I'm like, they're not winning. Like, they can't get out of this.
They're depleted.
They're just depleted in the sense that they just don't have any more ideas as to how to get out of this. It's a mind fuck when you get to that. And I even tweeted, I feel bad for them, because this is like a big mental thing. Like, some of them might need therapy after this. I really think that.
Yeah, it's possible.
And I'm not trying to shoot Paul George some bail, but he did say being in the bubble messed with him mentally. And we all said, whenever someone talks like that, you got to take them serious. You can't just clown them.
Sweep it under the rug.
But at the same time, they all hit that wall. Mm-hmm. And, the coach has been through it. He's probably not the dude for the job. Maybe not probably. He's not the dude for the job. The others, this might be their first time. So you got to give them a chance to figure it out. I also said Kawhi didn't have Kyle Lowry, who's the heart and soul of the Raptors. Mm-hmm. Kyle, you be the leader. I'll just put up buckets and get this MVP.
You guys think that they break this team apart?
They shouldn't. I don't think they should.
I don't think they should. I think I think them being in the bubble was holding them back.
It's hard to assess anything in the bubble, because you're not going to get this again.
You're not.
But even else, I can also see this happening in the bubble, like, not to sound hypocritical, but this can happen outside of the bubble as well, because this is what happens it happens to everybody. And where I think they failed is whenever you got a bunch of freak athletes whenever you're playing against a bunch of freak athletes, and we've gone through this playing pickup games, you know how you stop them? You make them think. They rely so much on their athletic ability, and they know they are better than you. But when you actually make them work mentally and you make them think, that's when they hit that wall. They had to think. And if you watch that fourth quarter, there was nothing fluid going on in that offense. One time I saw the ball move around. Every other time was a pass and shoot, or just drive.
I said the same shit.
There was no fluidity.
We were watching the game. I said, watch how many times you see Kawhi pass the ball to PG or vice versa. You never,
because they didn't know what to do. They all put on their capes at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Like, I got to save the day now.
Not even in this series, but throughout the whole playoffs. Shit, throughout the whole bubble term, like there was zero chemistry in that team. Zero chemistry. And you can see it. And I'm just like, yo, and Doc I feel like Doc didn't know how to handle that.
No, you take it back to the fundamentals. Look, I ain't no coach, but whenever shit ain't going right, you involve the whole team and you go back to the basics, the fundamentals, move the ball around, screen, cut, backdoor.
I think you just talk shit to them. Look, you're trash.
Yeah, but that
is Paul George. You're trash.
What's your love language again? talk dirty to me.
You stupid nigga.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't the Denver Nuggets running a zone at the end of that fourth quarter? And then how do you beat a zone is by shooting them out of it, and they couldn't hit a shot. So what do? You just sit there until they figure it out. They start hitting some shots. That's when you adjust them back to man. And where they didn't really have their strengths, and as great of a sixth man as Harrell is, and Zubac was doing a decent job, but he's not experienced enough.
Yeah, them boys can't hold Jokic.
Jokic is just going to eat him up and take him outside on the other end, right? So like to clear out the paint. Obviously, Jamal Murray stepped up. So when you really like dissect it, like if they're not hitting their shots, why would you leave the zone?
Yeah.
And Paul George was hitting the side of the backboard before he was sitting the side of the rim.
So it was crazy.
And when you have a team who's not as experienced together, don't really read the playbooks, right? Because they're so talented.
Yeah.
They don't need to.
Yeah.
Right. But then when you're not hitting, and then you're like literally it was Kawhi doing like 1-on-3s, pull up, mid jumpers. Everybody's in his grill.
Dish the rock out, bro.
Him, like, swing the rock, move the ball. Somebody needs to hit a shot.
It. And you know the one thing
and Shamet got hurt, who is their wide open outside shooter.
True. The one thing I didn't appreciate is that everyone was so focused on how bad the Clippers were. Yo, the Nuggets balled.
No, Nuggets balled.
The Nuggets balled.
They balled. And not only do they ball, but they smelled blood.
Man.
And a professional, when a professional smells blood, it's a wrap.
They ain't some chumps.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like no matter, they were probably shooting 90 when if you can calculate whenever they smelled blood, they were probably shooting 90%.
Oh yeah.
Because they knew, over game out 20.
Man, listen.
Shout out to the Nuggets, man.
The Nuggets is a matchup problem for anybody, man. Like they're just weird. It's a weird team. Like I'm sure there's no scouting report on them. They just play hard as shit.
You think they're gonna give the Lakers problems?
I think if the Lakers win game 1, they sweep. If the Lakers win game 1, they sweep.
I think the Nuggets win game 1.
Because they're coming off that momentum.
That's the biggest question mark.
Because they're coming off that momentum.
That's the biggest question mark.
They're losing.
And the Lakers.
I think they take the Lakers to 6 games.
I don't see it past 5.
I can see that.
5.
I think they're going to win.
It's
2.
possible.
I'm not going to. I think they're going to win 2.
Not going to doubt.
They'll win the first one. They'll win the first one. They're going to lose the next 3, and then when their back is against the wall, they're going to win that one, but then lose the following one.
There's no bigger motivator for LeBron and AD than to sweep the Nuggets right after the Clippers lose to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's no questions of some LA rivalry.
That's true. Yeah. Again, I'm not taking
or AD.
Come on, man.
It's different. It's different.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's a true center and a not.
But
AD is a true center.
They both play the same, really. I mean, AD can handle the ball and pass, maybe.
AD can play the 2 through 5.
Easily.
Jokic is nice too.
Jokic can play the 4 and 5.
Jokic can't guard the perimeter though.
No, at all.
He can't.
That's the only issue.
I mean, he'll give you one of like. I got one of those. And shout out to the Miami Heat, man.
Yo, Miami going
2-0.
Man,
Butler's a
Miami.
dog,
I love watching them,
he
bro.
He is a dog.
Man, man,
they're fun to watch.
Even Dragic is playing crazy.
Dragic is playing nuts.
Bam. Oh my God.
They just play hard.
Yeah, I love watching
They're
them
playing
play.
like they got nothing to lose. They're playing like this shit's a joke.
This is rec ball for
Jimmy
them.
Butler said, "You didn't bring no family. It's just business."
Mm-hmm. I ain't even mad at him for
that.
And
you know, every time they win, he's throwing up a big middle finger to the Sixers and Wolves.
Man, Boston don't know what to do with these fools. They're like, bro, they screaming at each other now. Their family's getting. And Boston to me was the most. When it comes to chemistry, they were the most put together team. You know, like a lot of young players. Yeah. They just passionate about playing. Like, and I personally was like, yo, they're probably gonna they're the team to come out of the East right now. Everybody was talking about Milwaukee. Sense. Yeah, but I was just like, the only issue that I was like, because they moved Kyrie for Kemba. So I was like, maybe that's some kinks that they got to work out, but they were meshing so well together. I was just like, yo, this makes so much sense. They're going to come out the East. But, man, that Miami team, listen.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Spoelstra, man. He's a good coach.
Yeah, absolutely. 100.
Great coach.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pat Riley.
And Pat Riley's a no-nonsense guy, too.
Man,
so.
we know, man.
Right? He's still there. He's a great mind.
And he would love to beat the Lakers. Pat Riley would love to beat the Lakers.
LeBron and Pat in the finals?
That and his relationship with the Lakers in the past and Phil Jackson in the past. He would love to do it.
It'd be great.
Switching with Rell.
We there?
We are there.
What we got, Rell?
We're going to keep it simple because you was afraid of my other one. So
I don't like your other one.
We
all voted against that one.
Fun within our circle, but no one knows who so and so is. And this
but again,
girl.
like I said, we didn't have to name names. We just name, what the relationship is. But we're not gonna go there. We're gonna do a simple one, man. We're gonna keep it simple. Because this one was cool, but we got a lot of great answers out of this one. Your go-to movie when it's time for Netflix and chill.
It's your first date, first night with the girl.
Yeah, let's paint that scenario. The first night, y'all have hung out a couple of times. Y'all warmed up to each other. She's, all right, I'm gonna come hang out with you. We'll come watch a movie or something like that. You go-to movie, Netflix and chill.
I'm going 40-Year-Old Virgin.
40-Year-Old Virgin. I think you
funny guy, huh?
I think you cannot go wrong with a comedy.
You gotta go. I don't think you should go rom-com because I don't think technically that's not a rom-com because he's. Well, I guess you can you can put that on there, but it's not like a corny rom-com. It's not the traditional sense, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So to me, that's more comedy and silliness to keep the mood light.
Yeah, if she's a smoker, I'm going with any of the Fridays.
Okay.
If she's a smoker, I'm going with any of the Fridays.
Yeah.
But if not a smoker, just like what I'm going with a chick flick. For 50 First Dates. Something that.
You know what's funny that
Social dilemma.
But the fact that you just said that, it almost is like you letting Shorty know, like, I'm trying to smash because she know and you done seen this movie.
Exactly. That's the point that I'm getting to.
Wait.
We not watching the movie. Neither one of us seen already because guess what? We watching the movie. We all know. We all know when Netflix and chill is.
I once hooked up with a girl. I went to her hotel room and we ate dinner. Went to her room. She threw on pay-per-view, like you buy movies and shit. Movies.
Porno.
She bought that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in the bear. What was that shit called?
Oh,
Rembrandt.
Yeah.
Reverend.
That shit was crazy.
And it was like. We start watching it, then, you just get a little closer and closer. And she's like, let's just sit on the bed. Oh, okay, sit on the bed. It's because if it's going to go down, it's going to go down. It went down. But my point is, it doesn't matter what movie you watch.
Nah, because I'm happy for you, but I think that you're fighting. I think you're fighting the odds, though, if you watching a movie that neither one of you saw, because you could run into a possibility where she's so into the movie, she's like, I'm watching this fucking movie.
Damn, if you're horny,
at the end of the day, you might watch it. You might
position her as the screen.
Listen, I get that 100%. Again, I'm not saying that it's not going to go down, but I'm saying you're setting the odds up against yourself.
You take about 30 minutes to whatever, an hour, however long it takes you foreplay and all that. You get done with that, you hit rewind, and that's what we did. You hit rewind, you go back to where we leave off.
Who's trying to do all that?
He said 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds.
I'm going to put a movie on that we already seen, that we both already seen. Cool, we kicking it, blah, blah, blah. We probably going to be talking anyways. We probably gonna be
she knocked out after that, and I'm just like, oh shit, that bear about to fuck him up. And then at the end of the movie, I'm like, all right, let's go round 2. And she was like, no,
you get to the point, then you get to it. You put a movie that you already seen, y'all both already seen. You handle your business, boom, because she not tripping about missing the movie. She knock out. Now you put a movie you want to watch. I want to look forward
to something after I beat.
Yeah,
if I've already seen that, I'll be like, all right,
but exactly what I just said.
I want to know what that bear does
to him.
You
put a movie on that you want to watch because she gonna knock out.
Well, to Joe's point.
But I've seen that movie. I've seen 40-Year-Old Virgin 50 times.
My point is you put 40-Year-Old Virgin on as background, bro. right? You put that on, y'all smashing, right? Because that's a movie you can smash to, whatever. You don't have to turn it off or anything like that. You can smash that.
I don't think you can lose either way.
Whatever.
Because you can always hit
Then
rewind.
when she falls asleep, you know, if you got to smash once or twice, because, you know, it's about an hour and a half. You can smash twice within that time.
I was ready to go round 2 after that. She was
exactly.
going to sleep.
You know what I'm saying? If she brand new, you getting it up right away.
Absolutely.
100%. You know what I'm saying? So you smash it, right? Boom. You smash twice in an hour and a half. She's in the coma.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not. And if it's good.
Cocoon.
Yeah. She knocked out. Boom. She sleep. Cool. I'm going to go watch a movie that I want to watch now until she wake the fuck up.
Well, here's the thing. What if you're at her place and you're trying to get the fuck out of there?
Then leave, nigga. Like,
no, you can't leave after you smash.
What are you talking about?
You can't. And the movie's still going? I've seen this movie 77 times. Why do I have to? It would be rude if I got up and left during the movie.
If you at her crib, you ain't picking the movie. She is.
Is that the policy?
No, you guys have to agree on something. It's an agreement. You don't walk in and say, "Hey, I have a movie picked out for us," because she's running the risk of you not being interested in that movie.
Unless she asks you,
there's going to be an agreement on something.
If she asks you, "Hey, what movie you want to see? You have any suggestions?" Yeah, by all means. But you not listen. If a chick comes over to my crib, we watching what the fuck I want to watch. I don't give a fuck what you want to watch. We watching what I want to watch.
Right, that's how you
this is
used
what I'm
to
saying.
do your thing.
Because again, at the end of the
Choice
day,
of words.
At the end of the day, it's Netflix and chill. We all know what the fuck that means. Right?
Yeah, it means
we smashing. So I'm like,
yeah, but are you saying, "Hey, Netflix and chill, what do you want to watch?" No, you're just like, you want to come over and watch a movie.
I'm not doing all that. It was I'm saying,
did she say rape scenes?
Yeah, don't watch. Don't watch Law and Order SVU.
I be watching Law and Order and be trying to smash. And she be like, "Hey, really?" I'm like, "Man, fuck this shit."
No means no, Rell.
Like, sex crimes is sex. It makes sense, right?
Like you could be smashing it, then all of a sudden she's like, "That poor girl."
Listen. I'll be with it. But again, this is my fiance. We years into this. I'm smashing her to some Law and Order.
Yes, okay. Yeah. When you're in a relationship,
I'm talking about. Like
I tell Sam, let's just get it out of the way before you get too tired, and then we'll watch the movie and you fall asleep during the movie.
You're so accommodating.
No, let's be smart about this. You're gonna be too tired. I'm gonna be too tired. Let's get it out of the way.
That's your girlfriend. That's your girl.
Yeah. But
if we talking about
right,
first time hanging out with a chick, Netflix and chill. She coming over to your crib. She wants to come over. She made it. She's like, "Listen, I'm coming over."
I think if you tell her what she's gonna watch, it's gonna be like you're running the show, and she has no choice but to hook up with you, and that might throw some women off. I think it has to be agreed upon with and in the back of her head, I might sleep with this dude.
I've always
and in the back of your head, I'm gonna try and get it in, but I'm not gonna put that vibe out there.
And that's why I say, if she's a smoker, no one's gonna turn down Friday. I think I'm like, cool, I love Friday, regardless if you've seen it 20 times or not. I love Friday.
Yeah, but you smoking and fucking for sure.
That's the point. That's what I'm getting to.
I don't have any expertise in that field.
Yeah, so. But moving on to my next suggestion, if she's not a smoker, you can't go wrong with a chick flick. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It could be numerous. There's numerous out there. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, 51st Dates, 40-year-old virgin. Like, we can go down the list. There's a bunch of them. Fucking Along Came Polly. Like, nigga, I got the catalog, bro.
The 2000s had a nice list of chick flicks.
I got the catalog. I got the catalog. Like, listen, what you trying to watch? Because she go and pick it. Like, I was thinking you make the suggestion as far as like,
Bro, like all the shit that Blockbuster had out front before they shut down.
I was thinking, cool little, whatever you want to call it, chick flick or, comedy or whatever, like something like that. Oh, I really like this one about, cool, let's put that on. Yeah. Nigga, we both seen it. Yeah. If Shorty is there and she knows why she's there, she's going to pick a movie y'all both seen already. That's all I'm saying. No woman.
Okay, and I agree, but I'm saying it's not like if you go my route and see a movie you haven't seen, it won't.
I'm not saying that it won't work, but
because you do have the option to rewind.
Absolutely, and I'm not disagreeing with you.
And if you rewind, that's another hour because of sitting and chilling. Because if it's a new girl, you're gonna get it in again. Assuming she's still away.
I'm not disagreeing with you, and I agree with you.
And my ego's fine with her not being away for it because
we watch movies that we never see anything. But I'm just saying, there's a possibility that you're setting the odds just a little against you watching a movie that neither one of you seen.
I would let her pick the first time, and then you alternate.
if she picks a movie that if she says, "Have you seen Rembrandt or whatever, Reverend?"
Line, say no.
Say no, and then she'll be like, "Okay." And if she says, "Okay, let's watch that," that should be telling. That should tell you she's not trying to get it in. But if she says, Right. But I'm saying to Rell's point though. No. To Rell's point.
Can't argue the point.
What I'm saying is, if she does that, that should tell you she's probably not trying to fuck tonight. But if she picks Friday, she's probably trying to fuck.
So you proving my point.
I had a recent experience.
All I'm saying is you got to leave it up to her, and what she says is telling.
And I agree with you. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to pick the movie. I'm going to pick the category. Hey, you want to watch a comedy? I think we should watch a comedy. Or I would suggest. I'm not going to say I would pick it. Mm-hmm. I would suggest like I'm setting the play. I'm gonna run the offense.
Right. You're letting know what genre.
I'm gonna run the offense. I'm gonna let her know what genre it is, and then let her do the layup. Cool. Oh, I want to pick this one. Yeah. Now she felt like she picked the movie.
Yeah. You set her up with 3 options where you can't lose.
Now we on the same page.
Never me, all you.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be where you at.
I'm trying to live like you.
I'm trying to be on your level. All right. Well, Mickey, what movie you going with?
Yeah, quick, because that nigga did not get to answer.
Make it quick. We only got a few minutes left in this pod.
This man ran a marathon around the fucking city to go. Oh yeah, your turn.
I'm gonna pass the baton off right here.
So I got this. I mean, if it's Netflix and chill, I mean, look, going back to what we were talking about earlier, I would let her select first and then follow the lead. Is more than likely where I would go. That happened recently. It worked out well. But what I would play is some shit like a series, because a little longer than a movie, and maybe that's not answering your question the right way.
Like you're saying, like a show series, like
Chef's
a TV
Table.
series. Oh, got you.
She can come back,
or
we gotta watch
Dirty
that
Money.
second episode.
Like there's some levels of education, but also, maybe one day we could go try that out. You know, and travel.
Good approach.
Go
It's a good approach.
Whoa,
you know, ugly,
first night
delicious.
with a girl and you talk about traveling?
That's big money you talking to right there,
bro.
man.
My man moves fast.
Check it out. Check it out.
Wait, DJ say no, Joe.
Flash over here.
Hey, look, when you're trying to get a PS5, you gotta step it up. You gotta let them know. You might fly them out.
That's a good approach. I mean, I never personally tried it. I never tried that, but
Ugly Delicious, Dirty Money, and Chef's Table are all really good series that you can like watch and chill on.
But shit like The Office could backfire because I'm too into it.
Nah, Office is like
I'm too into The Office. Chill, shorty. You know this episode?
Yo, y'all ever cried naked?
Cried naked?
No,
not that I remember.
Not naked, no. I probably had my drawers on.
My girl had me
crying naked?
No, yeah. So let me explain this. So just set up a projector in the room, right? So it doesn't take up space and shit. And so we're like, oh yeah, let's like break in the projector. Like, what do you want to watch? She goes, shocking to everybody maybe, never watched The Notebook.
Okay.
And so
Jesus. Nope.
Never watched The Notebook.
I'm going to sleep, bro.
I'm going to sleep.
No, bro. I sat there. We're in bed. We're at home. Like, I'm fucking just chilling, you know, no clothes.
You smashed already, huh?
No.
Man.
I think it was like, watch this and then, you know, at the end, reward. Anyway, watch the whole thing. And I'm just like, bro, you ever watched The Notebook? I was just like.
Yeah, unfortunately, we all probably have.
We probably all have, right? At some point.
Yeah.
And I was just like.
Damn.
Like,
Ryan Gosling got you.
Sitting there, you know, with the fan out.
He specifically asked, what do you want? And look at you.
Anyway.
I'm checked out for the night. No, I'm over it. I'm done.
But yo, I felt fucking silly.
Right.
I mean.
Did you smash though?
Yeah.
After you cried?
Oh, yeah.
You got the tears out of your system?
I mean, you know, look, some girls, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but like,
they like that
show
shit.
Compassion.
Yeah.
You got a heart. And anyone who sees Notebook.
Until you guys are at each other's throat. You little bitch. You cried during the Notebook?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm an emotional guy. I might cry if the Lakers win. I don't know. I don't really care for the Lakers like that, but like, just for the sake of an example.
Man, listen.
All right, Sean. What you get?
I cry when a little kid hits a home run, his first home run. Like, that's how emotional I am. Right?
Well, you know, if it's my kid. Fuck the other kid.
Fuck that little white kid.
I don't know that little nigga.
Little white kid's privilege.
He got a metal bat.
Pay $50 an hour for
training
hitting lessons.
Exactly.
He better be hitting home runs.
Exactly. Bitch ass.
That son's a natural athlete.
Oh, motherfucker got it from Sports Chalet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely sending my son to Joe.
Actually, yeah, we're all sending our kids to Joe.
Yeah, we got you.
We're trying to get paid.
If he plays baseball, but
No, he's playing baseball.
Get that left hand, get that left arm going.
No salary
Take you
cap.
places.
Movie.
All right.
Man,
For movies.
I'm in the same thing genre vibe. I'm gonna get off at comedy, and then leave it at that. But funny story, shit, we watched 2 whole movies. This lets you know that she was with it, cause we watched 2 whole movies, and then I smashed.
Damn.
But
So
wait,
it was 3 a.m. She ain't leave till.
But she like, stop
6:30.
touching me.
No,
Y'all were just into the movies?
no, yeah, we was watching the movies.
Oh.
And we was smoking too, same shit.
Or
but-
maybe throughout the whole 2 movies, she's like, man, I wish she would just make a move already. Cause
Nah.
Sometimes it's not about that though. Sometimes like it's
We was
there's,
vibing.
There's like when there's that like energy that's between you and shit. Like
Yeah.
This was the first time chilling as well, though. This was first time chilling and everything. Setting the vibe.
I'm saying because you gotta think about it. Like the anticipation has been built. Like you there. Like why are you here? Have you? We do it real quick. We'll do a real quick one. Have you ever had a chick to come over to Netflix and chill and you haven't smashed? Like you had every intention. You set it up. You cleaned your room. You did your laundry.
I used to always go to Sam's.
What you call it? Like you get it. You get
Sam's
nigga.
Club.
We know why you always went to
Club,
Sam's crib. But prior to Sam, you ever like have a chick come through and y'all
I
actually
can't remember that far for some reason.
Y'all actually Netflixed and chilled, like you actually didn't smash and she like went home and man,
Yeah.
that shit happened and that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember I
you
was
call
at your
somebody else?
crib with the girl?
I've
And you were
definitely done
at
that.
the crib with her friend?
Oh, you talking about we was in Glendale, right?
Not that time.
Oh, okay.
At your place.
At my crib.
Yeah, we
You
went to go
smashed
watch
at
a
that
movie. I'm
nigga's
trying to
crib?
figure out. We're trying to remember what we were trying to watch.
You was in the water bed?
It was my first time hanging out with her.
You
I
swimming?
was on the couch with her, and we were like starting to get fresh with each other. It was my first time really hanging out with her. Your girl you were with looked over and checked us out and told you that he better have his arm around her. Something like that.
You was at Sean's crib?
Yeah, it was
In
like the only
Pacoima?
time I ever hung out at Sean's crib.
In
Was,
Pacoima?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You sitting on that couch?
Yeah.
Sean really not trying to remember this, by the way.
No, I,
With the
I really
Abercrombie
don't.
girl.
I really,
With the
yeah.
Abercrombie girl.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but then there was that time at the other.
Yeah, okay, I remember
That
now.
happens.
All right, I got you. Yeah. Good time.
You smashed in Sean's crib?
No,
No, he didn't smash.
I was just like, man, listen, with all due respect, Sean's crib is not Sean's crib because of Sean.
No,
His dad
his dad's
was,
crib. It was in the
his dad,
living room. Yeah,
his
no,
dad
I ain't
was-
trying to-
Man.
It wasn't going down. I remember in high school, I took a girl. You knew this girl. I took a girl to movies, and I'm standing in front of the marquee looking at what we want to watch. And her brother drove us, and he had his girlfriend. And she was like, "What do you want to watch?" And her brother looked at me, and I was like, "Well, guess lover movies are out there. Guess romantic shit's out there. Let's watch that funny movie. Yeah, let's watch that." I don't want to watch this movie. He shook me so much because I knew if I said that lovey-dovey romantic shit, he was gonna be like, "What you trying to do with my sister, fam?"
Nigga, what you think I'm doing?
You know what time it is.
So we went.
You know
So
what
there was
time
like
it is.
3 people in that theater, which wasn't a bad.
Shit, sound right on the other side of the theater from them.
But I just remember being shook by the
You ever
older
smashed in
brother.
the movie theater?
No.
What?
Definitely did it twice. And it was to a movie I seen already.
Full circle.
He said I couldn't scream. Couldn't
Rell
scream
said
back
this
in the
happened
day.
once when I was in a theater. Maybe I'll do it at home with Netflix.
Yeah, listen. No, meaning like I saw the movie in theaters and I'm like, Shorty be like, oh, let's go see this movie. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go see it. Knowing that I already seen it, well, let's go see it. And then, hey man, listen.
Is that the most public venue you've ever done the dance?
I gotta think about that, man.
Joe?
No, we talked
No.
about this with the Vice episode.
The public place?
Yeah,
Oh, it was
public place.
crazy.
Yeah,
Or
mine was in the
craziest,
parking
yeah.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, all right. Never mind.
All right, we done here.
Yeah, I think.
I
Yeah.
think we are before we start incriminating each other.
My wife is here, so I'm good.
Yeah, we know, but you guys are engaged. It's different.
Jen, just step to the mic. Well, let's get your thoughts on this. What are you trying to watch on Netflix and chill?
She ain't watching nothing.
Without first time
you making our own movies.
First time
Before Rell. Let's make this interesting.
Talk to him, J Rose.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a pussy, so I like comedy. I don't like scary shit. I don't like. I mean, if I would go the comedy route too.
I hate horror movies.
But like to be honest with you, I don't like the movie shit. Never really. I would be like I'll make you dinner. We'll light up. We'll talk, and then we'll fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You're not cooking for no man that you just hooking up with.
If they were my friend, yeah.
Young Jen, early 20s.
Yeah.
Jen.
Oh yeah, this is definitely early 20s, Jay.
Yeah, well, I think we all kind of had this experience in our, even though Netflix wasn't around, but still, we had movies and we had.
You had DVDs.
We had DVDs.
Oh
the
my
Blu-ray
God.
joint.
That was probably when iTunes started making it so you could buy movies on your laptop.
Yeah. All right.
I had an Apple TV. No, yeah. I had
No, not back then.
Maybe not. I'm younger than you guys.
But what if a guy put you in that position? I guess it just comes down to how much you like the guy or if you just wanted to go down for that night.
If I was going over to his place, that was my intention for going over. I wasn't.
Exactly.
I wasn't just gonna.
Yeah.
If I was gonna go to your crib, I'm coming over to hook up. It's not.
Okay.
It wasn't like if we were gonna go kick it, we can go to like a bar or restaurant.
That's a lie because when we started
park.
dating, I went to her crib multiple times and she didn't let me smash.
For other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I plead the fifth.
Yo, I've never seen her so stuck.
Oh my man.
She's saying, get me out of here.
Things that will not go on the
She
pod.
did not let me smash. But when she came to my crib, Netflix.
Gotcha,
and chill.
bitch.
But that's because when I came to your crib, you were available to have that.
Ah, you were booked the whole time.
Man, listen,
You
man,
made yourself available.
This gets deleted.
I wasn't booked.
Books and business.
you know how I stay.
But that's what I'm saying. We weren't.
Hey, man,
we
SZA had
weren't.
that song.
We weren't smashing. We were hanging out elsewhere. We were doing other things. You know what I mean?
Man, I remember trying to tell a girl, like, we got to hang out, knowing damn well she's got a man. And she was like, oh, no, I got a man. I was like, nah, I mean, she was from Mexico, though. So she's like, oh, I got to figure out this English slang. I was like, no, you got it right. You got it right the first time.
I'm trying to smash.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm just saying, well, when we see each other, let's just
Because you think when you get them in that,
I just wanted to check the water, check the temperature. I mean,
you'd be like, man,
what's up?
I know I can make a move if I get her in the right setting. Regardless if she got me. You ain't shit, Joe.
Rell,
Joe, you be smashing niggas' girlfriends.
I
and
need you to
shit.
stop coming at me like you ain't never done anything like this in your
Joe,
life.
you
Shit like that
smashing
in his
niggas'
life.
girlfriends and shit.
DJ
Right
Rell
now,
is
he's calling
no
the kettle black.
I live with DJ Rell.
Exactly. I was in a relationship though.
We
when
ain't got
were
no
together.
neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Or we didn't have any neighbors.
But I was in a relationship when I was living with Miki.
Yeah.
All right. Who do we just have? Shout out to Audio One.
Yep. He bodied it, man.
Yeah, as always, does a great job with his mixes. And up next, we have Reckless.
Mm.
Philadelphia, once again, back in Philly. DJcity rep.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we are done.
Done.
Oh, wait, did we get a reply from my boy? He probably hasn't looked into his.
I had to double check to make sure I wasn't
Unfollow
sending
the
it from my
DMs.
personal page.
Wait, what?
Maybe we can give the pod
I had
something
to
if he
double check to make
responded.
sure I wasn't. Nah, yeah. We didn't get a reply. He ain't seen it yet.
All right,
Yeah,
next
yeah,
pod we'll let
all
you
right.
guys know.
Oh, that was. I thought that was Audio One who responded to the thing. But yeah, he didn't do it. I was like, man, is this my personal page? No, we good. But yeah, hopefully by next time we do it, he will record. I think he's gonna look at it and he's not gonna respond. That's my thing. He's probably gonna see.
You think that's what he's doing?
He's not gonna respond?
Judging based on where he's from, he's got to say something.
I
Because
agree.
those guys always have something to say.
I agree. Because I damn sure would say something.
Yeah.
The fuck you talking to, nigga? Like,
What's your location?
I mean, he could look at the page and tell us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it is
All right.
what it is.
All right. We out.
Peace.